the way up. Come from the bottom, now I'm blowing up. I need the energy all the way up, all the way up, all the way up. I need the energy all the way up. Come from the bottom, now I'm blowing up. I need the energy all the way up, all the way up, all the way up. I need the energy all the way up. Come from the bottom, now I'm blowing up. I need the energy all the way up, all the way up, all the way up.
Hi, everyone. Greetings from 2K Sports. Get ready for some NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan with Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, giving us the rundown from the sideline courtside, David Aldridge. Hey, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Paul George has shown over the years that he remains one of the most versatile stars in the league. He said, "I pride myself on being effective on both ends. I try to do it all, play the right way, and just get lost in the game. I'll do everything I can to win." And guys, there's still not much he can't do with his combination of size and athleticism.
David, he clearly is a special talent, and his resume shows. Thank you. Quite a few injuries here between the two teams. 5 players out tonight.
5 players scratched from the game. If you're one of the healthy players, you're going to get all you can eat.
And now the Golden State Warriors starters. In at the small and power forward, it's Wiggins and Green. Curry and Poole have the guard spots. And it's Looney in at the 5 spot. And for the Clippers, post tandem for him, Morris and Zubats. Jackson is out there at Bledsoe. And it's George in at the 3 spot. A lot of experience on the floor tonight, Greg. How does that shape what we're about to see, do you think?
Well, Kevin, guys are going to play smart, and they're going to be in position to make plays. So this could come down to just who makes more of the big shots.
Now, here's Poole. To the inside, Curry makes it off the glass. Curry's got the first points up on the board tonight here for the Warriors.
Well, clever interior play from Stephen Curry right now, able to navigate the traffic and still finish.
George finds Jackson. It's good.
And getting the offense started with a high-quality look down low.
Curry against Jackson. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Well, don't underestimate Curry because of his size. This guy does a great job absorbing contact and still finishing.
It's Jackson with the drive. Great D that time from Curry. Down low. Good work there as it goes.
Well, Draymond Green is accustomed to taking contact. You get the sense this guy lives for it.
Jackson against Wiggins. Jackson down low. Can't cash in from close range. Warriors have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. And Doris, we've seen it. Jordan Poole growing as a player, but consistency needs to come to his game.
That's exactly right, because Poole has shown flashes of being a solid basketball player. He can handle it, he can shoot it. It's really about smoothing out his game.
Here's Jackson following the basket by Draymond Green. Plays it up off the glass.
Well, this is the area of the floor where Marcus Morris can be a problem because of that frame and that game. Look out, gentlemen.
Warriors have gone 4 of 4 to start, so a nice offensive rhythm to start here. Now, Poole. Pass to Wiggins. Now, Green. Guarded by Bledsoe. Shot clock at 6.
Not a problem when that's your first miss of the game. Strong start.
Jackson dishes to Bledsoe. Here's George. And a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in.
Well, just an easy hoop, all set up by the passing instincts of Eric Bledsoe.
The pass to Looney. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Green draws the double. Here's Poole. And a miss there on the triple. Bledsoe taking his time here to the inside. It's stolen by Green. Curry with it. Eric Bledsoe covering. Pass to Poole. Pass to Curry. Shoots over Zubac. Curry can't get it to go. The Clippers trail. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Bledsoe against Wiggins. Shot's good by Bledsoe.
Boy, guys, I don't know who feels the contact more, Bledsoe or the defender.
To the paint, here's Green, and it's Green with the jam.
Sometimes a player is born with a passer's mindset. He deals it with conviction.
Outside Jackson. Bledsoe outside. Pass to Zubac.
In the first.
Outside for Bledsoe. Clock at 4. Draymond Green grabs the miss. The Warriors have gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. Poole the pass to Wiggins. Curry deciding where to go with it. Amazing to think some questioned if Curry could lead on his own, isn't it, Doris? He has answered the critics quickly.
No, one 62-point outburst showed how dominant he is. After missing almost all of 2020, some began to doubt Mr. Curry. I don't think anyone is going to make that mistake again.
The first one falls.
You know, if it's possible, it feels like Stephen Curry has taken on even more responsibility over the last few years, but this guy certainly has the shoulders to be able to carry it.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles, Serge Ibaka is checked in for Zubac. Justice Winslow comes in for Marcus Morris. Mann's checked in for George. And it's Luke Kennard in for Jackson. Stephen Curry hits them both.
Well, this guy has multiple ways to get to the free throw line, and boy, has his stroke been on the money.
Winslow against Bielitsa. Now, here's Kennard. Tight defense on him. He sinks the 11-footer.
Well, the mid-range game remains an important shot to have in your arsenal. Luke Kennard makes it look easy.
Here's Moody, and it's blocked by Ibaka. The pass to Mann. There's a minute left to play in the first quarter. Porter against Ibaka. Back to Kennard. Pulls up on the wing. Yep, it counts.
Nice shot by Kennard. The lefty is so crafty.
They have a chance to go 2 for 1 here.
Well, let's see how they play the clock.
Passes it to Moody. And here is Bielitsa. Defended by Ibaka. And Bielitsa kicks to Curry. Iguodala dishes to Porter. And again, no good by Golden State. Clippers have gone 6 of 9, shooting it well. In the corner, Kennard with it. And Porter comes to help. Here's Mann. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Curry from deep three-point land. It's all tied here in Los Angeles. And we'll be back with you right after this. Some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
I love their effort, contesting shots, trying to intimidate here early on.
Well, as a shooter, when the ball is sent back in your direction enough times, it can certainly have an impact on your mind.
And here are the Clippers now. And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. Setting the floor for the Warriors. They've got Moody. Iguodala out there with Otto Porter Jr. Then there's Stephen Curry. And it's Bjelica in at the center. To the middle. Here's Curry. Good. And a nice assist from Porter. 8 points for Stephen Curry.
You know, the basketball IQ on display for Otto Porter makes the right read there.
Takes it inside. And the rejection by Iguodala. Curry against Bledsoe. They double-team Curry. Now, here's Moody. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Lets it go from 11. Bjelica with the bucket. Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Kennard, the pass to Bledsoe. Their turnaround jumper. No good off the back of the rim.
And mark that one down right there. It's going to be a long time until we see him miss another one like that.
Curry gets the bucket. Curry's got the lead up to 6 now for the Warriors. And Greg, you had a lot of success playing in college and the NBA, but what was the most fun you ever had playing with a team?
That's a tough call, Kevin. I mean, winning tends to be the most fun. So I'd have to probably say my UNLV team, but we had some great teams with the Knicks, and don't forget about my Blazers. They were also a really competitive team.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge for your quick.
Thank you, Kevin. Klay Thompson has lost 2 prime years to a torn ACL and then a ruptured Achilles. He says so many athletes have been through this. It's just a new set of challenges. With my style of play, I feel I can be effective till my late 30s. I plan on being the all-NBA player I was and won't settle for anything less. Guys, that will be a great comfort to his team.
Indeed, and who's going to doubt him? I love his attitude. Undaunted. David, thank you.
How about the Kentucky team Eric Bledsoe was a part of? 8 future NBA players, including All-Stars John Wall and DeMarcus Cousins. An incredible group.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Marcus Morris is checked in for Winslow. Paul George comes in for Mann. And it's Jackson in for Luke Kennard. Warriors leading by 5. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. And here is Poole. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Here's Wiggins. And the rejection by Ibaka.
Boy, still a dependable shot blocker. That is what got Serge Ibaka playing time at the beginning of his career. Nice.
Jackson looking around. That one, no good. And so it's Wiggins with it. He'll bring it up for Golden State. They've only given up 1 point in the second quarter. That one coming at the line. Poole kicks to Porter. Golden State moving the ball around. Pass to Kuminga. And he lobs it up toward the rim. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. From 12 feet out. And too long on the shot. Warriors leading by 7. Kuminga the pass to Porter. Here's Poole. Higgins outside. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside. And what a year for Andrew Wiggins and his offense. The outside shot took some huge leaps forward.
I think as importantly, his efficiency went through the roof. This guy seemed more comfortable playing as a second option. Less pressure allowed him to thrive.
Wiggins with the rebound. Here's the Warriors with the ball. They're on a 10-1 run right now. And Wiggins throws it down hard.
Andrew Wiggins should get a 10 for degree of difficulty. That was beautiful.
On our AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you just saw an explosive highlight. So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles.
And no doubt, Coach wants them to shore up their interior defense.
I think right now they're giving up way too many easy looks. That is a recipe for disaster.
Zubac is checked in for the Clippers. Luke Kennard comes in for Eric Bledsoe. Kevon Looney is checked in for Golden State. Green comes in for Porter. 1:58 left here in the second. Outside Jackson. Inside, here's Kennard. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
How about that? Luke Kennard looking very comfortable on the interior. That's a tremendous finish.
Poole the pass to Kuminga. Looney kicks to Poole. Green draws the double. Clock at 6. Takes the 13-footer, and again it's Andrew Wiggins. Wiggins has got the lead up to 11 now for the Warriors. Outside, George. 1:06 left in the first half. Pass to Zubac. That shot is off. The Warriors go the other way with it. Down low. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Yeah, the defender all over it.
First team foul.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
They pounded the ball inside in the first half, forcing the D to collapse, and that frees up the shooters going forward.
Something else they've done right from the get-go tonight is run. So much of their offense coming on the fast break.
He misses the free throw. Mann's checked in for the Clippers. And then for Golden State, Andre Iguodala is checked in for Kuminga. And Curry subbed in for Andrew Wiggins. He hits the second from the line. Jackson with it. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Zubac finds George. Goes back up. Swiped it away. 7-second difference. Shot and game clock. Poole the pass to Green. Over George. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Curry against Jackson. At the elbow, it's George. Shoots over Poole. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good.
Well, the footwork to get into the catch-and-shoot game, the mechanics of Paul George are special.
Here's Curry. Steps back and drains the jump shot. Curry's got 6 in the quarter.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. They've had such great ball movement and shot selection, and it's led to a terrific field goal percentage. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, Steve. A good rhythm for you in the first half. What do you like most about how your team's competing?
Just like the ball movement, you know, the drive and kick. Our guys have played really well together. Just trying to move the ball, get a great shot.
We'll see if you can keep the ball flying around as we continue. Thanks. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Let's talk about that first half. The first half was all about Stephen Curry. He had 12 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 assist. And he wasn't himself in that last contest, but tonight, he's really turned it around. Hey, big fella, what's your take on Golden State so far?
They're going to work in the paint. Doing a great job. Good portion of their offense was generated inside. Really outperformed their opponent in that aspect. I expect the defense to pack it in a little more in the second half and try to force those guys to stay outside.
Kenny, what's your take on the Clippers?
They didn't shoot the ball very well, and that's because they didn't have any flow on offense. I'd expect the coaching staff to make some adjustments in the locker room. They need to draw up some plays to get a good offensive rhythm.
And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. Let's take you down to Kevin Harlan.
Shout out to my man Joel.
Joel, what up?
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Really an incredible game from Stephen Curry.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
I think they've taken their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball club.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. Bledsoe is out there with Reggie Jackson, and it's George in at the 3 spot. That's who's out there for the Clippers. How about that strong defensive performance for this half's Mobile One block?
And sharp instincts on D there. Just timing when to rise up and swat that one away.
Here's Jackson. Draymond Green with the rebound. And so Green will bring it up for Golden State. The 12-point lead, their biggest of the game. Good on the bucket.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
The Clippers shooting about 35% from the floor. Not much falling for them. Now Jackson. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
And that is just a deflating error on his part.
Well, I think it kills your energy, and it certainly kills your momentum.
Warriors leading by 14. Outside Curry. From 12 feet out. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
And we all know what George brings offensively. but it's his ability as a defender that stands out. Great instincts to make plays on that end of the floor.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And with Paul George and his defense, Greg, you almost forget how great of an impact it makes.
He just kind of flies under the radar with his defensive play. I mean, this guy could be considered for the Defensive Player of the Year almost every year. One of the more disruptive forces on that end of the floor.
He's off on the first.
I don't think you can help but admire what Draymond Green brings to the floor on a night-by-night basis. This guy plays with a giant chip, and he wants his teammates to come with him.
Second free throw, no good. Doris, you look at Marcus Morris, a very solid 3-and-D type of forward.
That's exactly right, because think about it, Morris, early in his career, there was a reluctance to shoot the range shot. He was more mid-range guy, but credit him for putting in the work. Now Marcus is a deadly three-point shooter, and he brings a size and physicality on the defensive end.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, mid-range jumpers are something of a lost art these days, but they're still practiced by superstars like Kawhi Leonard. Coach Ty Lue said, why not work on the shots that teams are giving up? Down the stretch, mid-range shots win games. Playoffs, too. If you shoot it at a high clip, it's just as good as a 3 for me. Guys?
And they do shoot it at a good clip, and they rely on it quite a bit. David, thank you. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Zubats. Then for the Warriors, Bjelica. He checks in for Kevon Looney. Porter comes in for Green. Moody subbed in for Jordan Poole. Bledsoe outside. And again, no good by the Clippers.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
And there's Porter on the assist by Curry. And the Warriors lead by 16.
Boy, that's 3 for 4 this half. You like that they're starting with a little bit of extra energy. Nice.
Jackson. And the layup's good off the glass.
And with the defender draped all over him, Jackson has that strength to fight through the contact.
And it's Wiggins missing.
Boy, that's too easy to miss, but somehow he finds a way to do it.
Here's Jackson. Great tee that time from Curry.
I know he's got to be frustrated right now, but the team is fighting from behind. He's got to stay with it.
And it's Wiggins missing.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
George with the ball. Now guarded by 40. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. And Los Angeles with some changes. Justice Winslow, he's checked in for Marcus Morris. Mann comes in for George. And it's Kennard in for Eric Bledsoe. And the Warriors also making a change. Kuminga's checked in. Warriors leading by 14. Outside Curry. This is to Kuminga. Jackson against Curry. Shot clock at 5. Here's Moody. Hits it from three-point range. Moody's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Kennard with the ball. And Curry picks him up defensively. Kennard kicks to Jackson. And he comes up with the deuce.
Well, you have to understand what the defense is doing. If they give you an opportunity to set up a teammate, Luke Kennard will take it.
Curry passes to Bjelica. Porter looking it over. And there's the pass to Curry. Another 3 for Golden State.
Yeah, that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Outside Jackson. Passes to Mann. Winslow against Curry. Left side, Ibaka. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Clippers trail by 18. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Here's Mann, guarded by Porter. Here's Mann. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Now here's Curry. With some arc, and the layup is up and in. And the Warriors lead by 20.
Well, they're winning largely because of this guy's play. He has been sensational.
Now, here's Kennard. Guarded closer to the middle. Here's Jackson, and that's in. Nice feed on the play. Jackson's got 6 here in this quarter.
And good to see Jackson finish closer in. Not a guard who just chucks up threes. Can find the creases with that handle.
Bjelica with the bucket.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing. Well, not exactly one of those big, burly power forwards, right? He depends on his leaping ability more than those guys, and it serves him just fine.
Here's Curry, and there are the Warriors now with another bucket. And here's Jackson. 8 points for him. Here's Ibaka, and that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Warriors ahead, running away with it. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the fourth quarter. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Setting the floor for the Warriors. Inside for them, it's Green and Looney. Curry and Poole have the guard spots. And it's Iguodala in at the small forward position. Here's Looney. Near the three-point line, it's Poole. It's hauled in by Zubac. Here's Bledsoe, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Yeah, Bledsoe with the kind of strength and wingspan that can cause trouble inside. Draws the foul there.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
And they haven't been pushed around in the paint at all in this game. They have been the aggressors.
Now, they've also jumped at every chance to attack the basket tonight. Just terrific penetration.
No good on the free throw. And the Clippers making a change here. George is checked in. And he sinks the second. Warriors leading by 19 points. To the inside. And the basket by Curry. Curry's got 9 points here in the second half.
What is remarkable about Stephen Curry is how consistently he is able to dominate the offensive end of the floor. Just so pretty to watch.
Now, here is George. Pass to Kennard. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
He got a little ahead of himself there trying to pull the team in.
That's a big miscue, and you hate to see that happen at this point in the game.
Wiggins is checked in for Stephen Curry. .60 seconds off the clock here in the fourth. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
You know, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
First team foul. At the line for the Warriors, Jordan Poole, shooting 2.
That's good from Poole. He hits one and misses one, each at the line.
You just can't seem to get right from the free throw line here in the second half.
Kennard on the wing. He's covered by Iguodala. And here's George for 3. Green with the rebound. Green's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Into the lane. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Now here's Zubac. He kicks it to George. Shoots a fader. Here's Zubac. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
That's his second personal
They get
foul.
Andre Iguodala.
Second team foul.
When I think of Ivica Zubac, I think about solid big man who is still young and developing. It's really a matter of him gaining confidence at this point.
Two.
And he makes the first. Goal for Zubac is to be a starter in the league.
You know, this guy has started games in the past. He's also played well off the bench. And listen, he's not going to be a guy who shoots with range, but given everything else you need from a center, he can deliver.
And the Warriors making a change here. Curry's checked in. He hits both from the stripe. And here's Curry, who brings it up for the Golden State Warriors. Wiggins throws it down.
I'll tell you, it's one thing to do this at home, another to do it in a hostile environment.
Boy, just sheer dominance, the ability to step into enemy territory and flat out take over. This is impressive.
And the Clippers have possession, following the score by Golden State. Shot clock at 6. A nice shot by George.
Well, that's about strength from Paul George. You touch the paint, he will finish.
Warriors leading by 22. Curry on the wing, defended by George. Here's Wiggins. Here's Looney. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got 4 rebounds in this game. Bledsoe with it. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Dangerous. That's the word that comes to mind when thinking about Bledsoe's offensive game. Puts a lot of pressure on the defense.
Bledsoe, free throw. Taking 2 shots.
That's good from Bledsoe. Jackson, he's checked in for the Clippers. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
And they came out of the locker room after halftime with a much more physical approach than what we saw in that first half.
Now here's Curry. Puts it up. Kicks it out to Wiggins. Good on the three-point shot.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
They get it back. Zubac. Another shot. And Looney sends it back. Tries yet again. Now, here's Poole. Guarded by Jackson. Scooped up. Poole kicks it to Looney. Eric Bledsoe with the rebound.
Listen, offensively, they're very comfortable with him taking that shot. It's a good look under very little pressure. He just can't convert.
Shot from 12. Good.
Eric Bledsoe entered the league with a quality mid-range game and gets one to go there.
Warriors leading by 21. 1:52 left in the fourth quarter. Outside Curry. Rebound by the Clippers. Zubac has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Jackson, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson. And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Different look here for the Warriors. Andre Iguodala is checked in for Green. Toscano Anderson comes in for Wiggins. Lee's checked in for Poole. And Gary Payton has subbed in for Curry. Over to the wing. Payton against Johnson. No good from Payton.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that position. Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Warriors.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And, you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Stephen Curry.
They simply can't stop him right now. This guy playing with passion and focus.
That free throw missing. Draymond Green, he's checked in for the Warriors. Good on the second free throw.
A disappointing trip to the line there. Even though it was just one miss, now is not the time to be missing those.
Now here's Iguodala. Golden State moving it around. Payton against Johnson. 6 to shoot. Green in the post. Doesn't go for him. LA has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Kicks it to Winslow. There's 39 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
Green, the pass to Payton. Lee outside. Here's Toscano. Pass to Green. Green draws the double. Here's Payton. That's short off the rim. Johnson against Green. Johnson outside. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. Draymond, one of the cliches of basketball is that the ball finds energy. When teammates are making shots, does that give you more energy?
Yeah, it does. You know, when we're in the flow, the ball's just moving around. It allows me to play make, and then I just try to find an open gap and take the shots where they are.
Man, it was really flowing tonight, man. Congrats on the win. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. So long.